The place of encounters. You know what? The baby Christians just seek miracles. That's what they prioritize. But those that are mature, they seek the place of encounter. Because at the place of encounter, the miracles are there, but there's also so much more. You cannot have an encounter with God and life remains the same. No. Business has never been as usual after an encounter. An encounter is a supernatural experience with God. An encounter, what it means is it's a supernatural experience with God. Something that finishes you with the reality of God. And sometimes finishes you with deep convictions about God. Actually, I wrote out a list for you. Let me just read it quickly for you. Some of the things that you get at the place of encounter. Number one, the place of encounter is a place of seeing, hearing, and touching spiritual things. Number two, a place of encounter is a place of building convictions. Number three, a place of encounter is a place of seeing the future and receiving instructions or receiving direction as to how you can get to that future. A place of encounter is a place of exchange. I like that one. It's a place of exchange. It's a place of diffusion and osmosis. Where things flow from God to you. And things depart from you by the power of God. So the things that are in you and they should not be in you, at the place of encounter, they vanish away. Fear easily vanishes at the place of encounter. Bad behavior vanishes at the point of encounter. These addictions you must not have. They can easily vanish at the place of encounter. I am rude. It can vanish at the place of encounter. I struggle with anger. It will vanish at the place of encounter. I am shy. At the place of encounter, it vanishes. Glory to God. And at the place of encounter, it's a place of pruning. A place of pruning or purifying you, just like God goes through the fire. And after the God has gone through the fire, the God comes out in its best form. That's a place of encounter. The place of encounter is a place of impartation for fresh fire. So that fresh fire causes you to love God more, to fear Him more, to serve Him more in ministry. You know what? People of encounters, they will love the Lord a lot. People of encounters, they fear God. Because at an encounter, what you see in God, you can't go out there and do adatari. This adatari, that compromise, corruption here, corruption there, it is a display of lack of encounters. I'm telling you, at a place of encounter, if you are compromising that, you may find out at the place of encounter, what you see is a sword. As though to cut you, the Lord showing you that, hey, this is bad. From there, do you think you're going to do that nasty thing again? There are things that happen at the place of encounter, I'm telling you. Even ministry without encounters, you can't go far. This thing is based on encounters. Glory to God. And it's a place of separation. It's a place of lifting. And all of these things that happen at the place of encounters, including miracles. So we're going to do that. And then after that, we'll have a time of prophecy to declare what we want the Lord to do in our lives. And especially that creative dimension of prophecy. The creative dimension, okay, there are these two dimensions of prophecy. There is one where you are telling what the Lord has already done. So you are only bringing out what the Lord has already done. So the Lord reveals it to you and then you speak it out. That's one dimension of prophecy. But there is another dimension of prophecy where you speak, and as you speak, that's what causes it to be done. And that's what you saw with so many prophets. It's not that, at first I used to think that Elisha would descend from God and say, next year, at a time like this, you will have a child. Ah, no, that wasn't discernment. That was speaking the baby into the womb of that woman. So they would speak, tomorrow at this time, this flour is going to sell this cheap. Everything will change. They spoke it and it came to pass. So that is what you also must do. You speak some things into being.